Gamera vs. Baragon's most entertaining fights are between humans, not the huge turtle and giant lizard of the title. The story is good, especially for a Gamera movie, but there are too many buildings left standing when the closing credits start to roll. At least there are no annoying kids this time. Gamera vs. Baragon, the second Gamera movie, is a crime drama with cameos from a couple of giant monsters. The crime story is interesting, but viewers looking for monster-on-monster violence and epic destruction will end up disappointed. Gamera the Giant Turtle's trip to Mars is cut short when a meteor strikes his space capsule and destroys it. Freed from his prison, Gamera heads back to Earth and destroys a hydroelectric dam. Cherish this scene because once it's over, Gamera will disappear from his own movie for the next 45 minutes. With the monster stuff out of the way for now, Gamera vs. Baragon switches over to its human drama. 3 mercenaries head to a Polynesian island to search for an opal left there during the Second World War. Upon finding the opal, one of the mercenaries double-crosses his partners, leaving them for dead and keeping the valuable jewel for himself. Surprisingly, this part of the movie is quite watchable. It's a story of treachery, greed, and redemption, and the movie plays it straight. The acting is good, great even when you consider this is a Gamera movie. What brings it down are 2 fight scenes. Both are very poorly choreographed, making them quite funny to watch. We now interrupt this broadcast to bring you a giant monster. Turns out that opal is actually an egg, and out of it hatches a lizard which grows to an enormous size within minutes. The lizard, Baragon, does what all good monsters do and starts destroying buildings. Baragon is a generic quadruped reptile that alternates between sounding like a bear and a rabid cat, but he has some neat powers. His long tongue can smash and grab things, and the tongue doubles as a freeze ray. Baragon can also launch a rainbow from his back, but there are explosions at the end of this rainbow, not gold. The presence of Baragon in Kyoto, Japan draws the attention of Gamera. Remember him? And he swoops in to investigate. But instead of brawling, the 2 monsters mostly stare at each other before Baragon freezes Gamera and leaves him where he is instead of killing him. With Gamera out of the way, Baragon is free to do whatever he wants. But he doesn't. You see, Baragon is a giant monster who doesn't like his job. Outside of his initial crime spree, Baragon doesn't do much. Whenever the movie cuts to him, the lazy lizard is either sleeping, just waking up, loafing, or slowly walking somewhere. Baragon is so dull even the Japanese military barely pays attention to him. The humans try to exploit Baragon's weaknesses in an effort to kill him, but the only thing they're killing is time while they wait for Gamera to show up. At this point there are 15 minutes left in the movie, and Gamera has been in it for less than 10. Originally, Baragon was going to be the only monster in the film, but Gamera was shoehorned in at the last minute. His scenes add nothing to the movie. It could have easily been cut and no one would have noticed. The only reason Gamera is in this is because his previous film was a hit, and the studio wanted to get out another movie with him as quickly as possible. Gamera vs. Baragon is a bad monster movie disguised as an okay crime drama, which is something most giant monster fans don't want from a Gamera film. The movie is watchable, but will probably only appeal to Gamera completionists.